Hey everybody, welcome to Cryptopia. So today's video is going to be on XPR or Proton. It's programmable money that actually works. So what exactly is Proton or XPR? Well, it's a public BC smart contract platform designed for both consumer applications as well as peer-to-peer payments. Proton is built for secure identity and financial settlements, as well as it allows users to directly link their identity and financial fiat accounts to cryptos seamlessly in applications. I want to let you listen to an interview from Marshall Hayner. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this project.
The vision for this, started with this concept of, as when Glenn and I started MetalPay, we started building all this stuff and we expanded, and with the team, we created MetalPay, we created Nebula. We realized all of the wild inefficiencies of the banking system, card payment systems. It's just crazy that that we're typing our account and routing number into different apps, and it gives them full permission to pull any amount of money they want out of the system. And so we could imagine into the future where that @name, like @Jacob or @Marshall, could have that identity attested to it. So for example, you saw how you can scan that code to log in. You can try it out on protondemos.com with your Proton wallet. In the future, that can be a new login. So the whole create password, identify to a website, and it could be something as simple as Uber. In the future, when you go to websites and it's asking you for all this really sensitive information, do you want to A, type it all out, and B, do you even want to give it to them? What if you didn't have to give it to them? What if identifying for an app was as simple as checking out with Apple Pay? Just a double tap on your phone, putting your face in front of the Face ID or touch on the Touch ID on Android. That's really the vision of where this is going. And the next steps for this are to have different financial services make these what I call attestations, which is basically a company like Metal or an identity service provider, financial services company saying, I verified you, Marshall Hayner, I verified you, Carson Holoyan, basically giving that what Fred calls the blue check mark, right? And that blue check mark is now lives on the blockchain, and now you can authenticate into different services without having to type out your SSN anymore, your date of birth, your address, all this information. And you may even opt to not give it to them. You may opt to only show to the Hinge, the Tinder, that you're a dating app. I'm not giving you my social security number, but I'm going to prove to you that I'm the real Marshall Hayner with one tap. Right? That's incredible. All this identity theft and data being stolen, that's incredible. And then, the next step of it is what I was talking about earlier, what Glenn and I discovered, which is, the banking system is crazy. And the card payment system is crazy. Why would we build such a system when, and Jacob's side, it's what's his name? Is it Diffie or Hellman, the creator of public-private key cryptography? What is it? What was that, like the 80s or the late 70s that they discovered public-private key cryptography? This is such an amazing breakthrough that we can now give people access to things without giving them the password. It's really something that happened in the past, I think, 40 years or something like that. And that capability is now going to allow us to evolve the banking system, evolve the card payment system. So, the 16 digits on your credit debit card number, that is going to go away, and mark my words. And we've already seen the very beginning of it with the Apple credit card. The Apple credit card has no numbers on it. Why is that? Because it really shouldn't have to have any numbers on it. I have, since the beginning of this company 5 years ago, equated it to giving out your email password. In the world of crypto, when we want to receive a transaction, we give people the public key. And this is very important. There's this concept of public and private key. So you saw earlier that that Jacob was showing you how to back up your private key. In crypto, for all blockchains that I'm aware of, they use public-private key cryptography. So when you create, the equivalent of what is a username on Proton blockchain, you get this public key, like you saw, like @BackF or @Marshall or @Jacob, right, or @Saeed. And there's a private key that corresponds with it that you never give out. That's your password. And moving into the future technology, we're going to have an @name instead of a credit card or debit card PIN. Instead of having a string of numbers across the front of the card and the back of the card that if compromised or a photo is taken of, all your money can drain out of this thing. Now it's just your name, right? It's like giving out your email address. It's totally safe. And it's funny to me because in the world of cryptocurrency, if I'm going to give you my MetalPay deposit address to put some metal into my MetalPay accounts, I'm going to go into MetalPay, I'm going to hit deposit, create a deposit account, and send you that address, right? But what I wouldn't do, and MetalPay doesn't have the capability to do this, but if I was using another crypto wallet for Metal, what I wouldn't do is send you my private key. If I send you my private key, you can take money in and out of my account whenever you want. It's at your permission. And that's what we do in the world of banking. We give everyone our private key. Your credit card is like a private key. So the fact that we have solved this, 40, 50 years ago, and then about a little over 10 years ago, about 11 years ago, Bitcoin was created and the blockchain, kind of revolution started to happen. We are at the very beginning, the very, tip of the iceberg in terms of how this technology will revolutionize financial services. Because in the future, credit card fraud and debit card fraud and bank fraud is going to completely change. It's going to become a game of social engineering. And, that sounds very scary, but it's going to become a completely different game where your credit cards are going to stop getting compromised every year. You're going to stop getting new credit cards in the mail, debit cards in the mail. When you sign up to new sites, it's going to be so easy. It's going to be one tap login, this type of stuff. And all of this is going to be based around something like Proton that can authenticate this stuff, that can attest your identity.
So there you have it, Proton. I think this is an amazing project with huge potential. So at the time of recording this video, Proton had a market cap of $30 million and a token price of just under 0.0025 cents per token. So that's under a penny per token. It had an all-time high of 10 cents per token. That's a 40x from today's price. So I always love to do easy numbers and easy math. Put $1,000 in today, and when it goes back to its all-time high, you've basically turned $1,000 into $40,000. Now, I personally think that we're going to see Proton, when it achieves all of the things that it's planning on doing, do an easy 100x. So that would put Proton at approximately a $3 billion market cap. Totally in the realm of possibilities, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. This is not financial advice. Do your own research and your own due diligence. Anything you see on this crypto channel, or any crypto channel for that matter, is not financial advice. Do your own research. Investigate, read about the project, check it out, look at the founders. But me personally, I think this project has huge potential because it's solving a problem, a real world problem that I hate. I hate when I go to log in someplace to buy something. I have to type in my credit card. I have to put in all my personal information. There's just so much room for identity theft and so many other complications and problems. And Proton is going to be creating a solution to solve these problems. And so this has real world applications. And that's why I think that Proton and this project would be amazing in the coming cycles. So anyways, everybody, I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on Proton. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you want me to do a more in-depth deep dive review video on this, I'd love to hear about it and I'd look into it. All right, everybody, have a great day. And I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a big favor, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on that bell notification, and don't forget to go over and join our Patreon. Why do you want to join our Patreon? Well, we have some amazing opportunities over there. You get to take part in our VC group, which means you can participate in pre-sale and seed sales of tokens way before they even launch and make some amazing gains. Apart from that, you get exclusive access to myself and the entire Cryptopia team in a private VIP Telegram chat. So you can talk to me if you have any questions or any problems or any issues, or you want to just kind of get some advice on crypto. You can talk to myself and the entire Cryptopia team. So this is an amazing benefit. As well as you get buy, sell, and stake alerts. So all of these things combined really makes our Patreon a true value. So I hope to see you in our VIP Telegram chats, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day, Cryptopians.
Hey everybody, it's Weatherman John here with another crypto forecast. So if you haven't noticed, the market is complete shit in absolute chaos. But as you can tell, I'm optimistic. I am in my Hawaiian shirt and I'm waiting for better days. And so should you. And the best advice I could give you is to buy the dip. And if anybody out there is telling you that they can predict the market and tell you when it's going to come back, they're full of shit.